welcome to Studio Scoop and welcome to Midweek Mobility. I'm going to show you today an exercise that we use when you very first start Pilates. It's a really good beginner exercise. It's great for mobilising the spine, starting to get a bit of body awareness and starting to get some awareness through your centre. So coming down onto your backs, it's actually something that we use even in advanced repertoire, but it's particularly great if you're first starting out. So you're going to have your feet hip distance and you're going to take your arms by your sides, and you always want to be resting on your tailbone. So your pelvis is kind of wobbly forwards and backwards, and you want to make sure that your weight is on the bony bit, on your tailbone. And then just checking that your ribs are soft and that you're not arching and flaring your chest, and the back of your rib cage is on the floor. And then just release into the shoulders. Just take a couple of breaths and just let them relax. And then all we do here is you should have a little arch in the underside of your lower back, and all you're going to do to start with is just exhale and squeeze your tummy down into your spine, and you will find your lower back imprints down into the floor, so you've no longer got this little arch. And then you're going to release back onto your tailbone. So this movement forwards and backwards is a really good release for your lower back. If your lower back is tight, it's a great opportunity to just find a bit of space. Now, as you're doing these and you're tipping forwards and backwards, you want to just make sure that as you release back into your neutral position that you don't overshoot and end up in this kind of arch. You don't want this big space with the ribs coming off the ground. You want to try and make sure that it's in the pelvis only and that you finish back in neutral, back on your tailbone. So you can then take this a bit bigger, find the imprint, scoop the tummy down, and really think of drawing your belly button away from your waistband of your trousers. Your tail is tucked under, pubic bone is pulling towards your abdomen. And then you can hold that tuck and you can start to peel up. So lifting the tailbone, coming along every vertebra of your spine, so coming bit by bit by bit. And you can take this as high as you feel comfortable, finishing in this kind of straight line, making sure you're not overarching through the ribs. Keep the ribs soft and tucked in, really sort of draw them and soften them together. And then coming back down, melting from your sternum, keeping your bottom off the ground for as long as you can. You're going to come down through every single vertebra, one at a time, finishing back in neutral on your tailbone. Okay, so you can keep going with those. We'll go through one more together. So we find that big tuck, that imprint, scoop the tummy. Find this first, don't skip this bit. Then curl up, bit by bit by bit. Check your knees aren't falling out to the side, keep them parallel. Keep these shoulders relaxed, peel up. So you want to think of a string of pearls coming off the ground one at a time. At the top here, reach out through those legs. Keep that tummy pulling in, keep the tail very gently pulling under, and then we come down. And I really like to think of this as your heart melting down. Use that out breath, get all the air out of your lungs so you've got freedom. And then as you travel along your spine, you're trying to hold your bottom off the ground for as long as you can. Work through the lower back. It will feel a bit harder as you go through the lower back, and then finding your way, finishing off on your tail. So give those a try. Let me know how you get on. Don't forget, you really want to go for that articulation. You want to really try and move bit by bit, and you really want to think of scooping the tummy in, but relaxing your shoulders. So let me know how you get on, and